Milkman is a novel by Anna Burns, first published in 2018. This remarkable book won the prestigious Man Booker Prize for its unique narrative style and its deep, immersive exploration of life during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Set in the 1970s, Milkman offers a vivid portrayal of a society living under the shadow of violence and suspicion. Plot summary. The story is narrated by an unnamed 18-year-old girl, referred to simply as Middle Sister. She lives in a tightly knit community where privacy is scarce and rumors spread faster than truth. The plot revolves around the protagonist's encounters with a menacing older man known as the Milkman, who is a high-ranking political dissident. Although she has no romantic interest in him, their perceived relationship subjects her to intense scrutiny and gossip that disrupts her life and increases her alienation. Themes and style, Milkman is celebrated for its exploration of themes such as gossip, power, and social coercion within a tightly controlled community. The novel brilliantly depicts how these dynamics influence the everyday lives and mental states of individuals. One of the most notable aspects of Milkman is its narrative style. Burns employs a stream of consciousness technique that delves deeply into the protagonist's thoughts and perceptions. This approach creates a claustrophobic yet intensely lyrical reading experience that mirrors the oppressive atmosphere of the setting. Cultural and political context. The novel does not explicitly mention Northern Ireland or the Troubles, yet the setting and context are unmistakably those of Belfast during this tumultuous period. Burns uses the backdrop of political conflict to explore the broader social implications of living in such an environment, such as the pervasive impact of rumor and the way personal identities are shaped by societal pressures and political affiliations. Reception, Milkman has been praised for its originality, wit, and the psychological depth of its characters. Critics and readers alike have noted that while the novel's style is challenging due to its long paragraphs and lack of conventional dialogue, the narrative is profoundly rewarding. The voice of Middle Sister is captivating. Her insights and observations are nuanced and resonate deeply with universal themes of oppression, resistance, and the search for individual agency. Literary techniques and character development. Anna Burns' Milkman is notable for its intense internal monologue style, which allows readers to experience the protagonist's world through her detailed observations and internal debates. This method is effective in revealing the protagonist's complex internal world, illustrating her struggles with identity, personal space, and societal expectations. Burns' use of an unnamed narrator and similarly unnamed characters, referred to by generic titles like Milkman, Maybe Boyfriend, and First Brother-in-Law, serves to universalize the story, making it a broader commentary on any society experiencing similar conflicts. The narrative stream of consciousness technique, while dense, vividly portrays the claustrophobia and paranoia that pervades the protagonist's community. Her detailed, often tangential thoughts provide insights into the mundane horrors of living in a conflict zone, where the political is intensely personal. The lack of direct dialogue and traditional structure in the novel also reflects the protagonist's sense of disorientation and suppression within her own community. Themes of surveillance and paranoia. Milkman brilliantly explores the theme of surveillance, both in the literal and metaphorical sense. The protagonist is constantly watched by her neighbors and by the society at large, which dictates strict codes of conduct and punishes nonconformity. This pervasive surveillance is paralleled by the protagonist's self-surveillance as she internalizes the community's gaze and begins to police her own behavior, reflecting the novel's deep psychological and sociological underpinnings. The atmosphere of paranoia is another recurring element. The constant fear of saying or doing something wrong that could have dire consequences underscores the everyday reality for the protagonist and her community. This fear is not just of the political enemies, but also of one's own neighbors and family, highlighting the deeply entrenched divisions and suspicions engendered by prolonged conflict. Impact and literary significance, Milficence, is a significant literary work not only because of its innovative narrative style, but also for its ability to communicate the texture of life in a specific time and place while making it relevant to a global audience. The novel's exploration of the effects of violence, fear, and social control extends beyond the specific setting of Northern Ireland, making it applicable to other contexts and periods of strife. The book has been particularly noted for challenging readers with its dense style and complex themes, rewarding those who engage deeply with the text with profound insights into the impact of conflict on personal and communal identity. It also offers a critique of gender dynamics within oppressive societies, examining how women navigate a male-dominated world filled with violence and stringent social norms. Psychological depth and societal commentary. Milkman delves deeply into the psychology of its characters, particularly the young narrator, to explore the nuanced and often destructive impact of living in a society rife with conflict and suspicion. Anna Burns skillfully portrays how the constant threat of violence and the omnipresent community scrutiny can infiltrate the psyche, leading individuals to internalize the chaos and paranoia around them. This internalization manifests in the narrator's complex relationship with her own identity, where she constantly negotiates between her private self and the self that the community expects her to perform. The psychological realism in Milkman extends beyond personal struggles, reflecting broader societal issues. Burns uses the protagonist's experiences to comment on the role of women in conflict zones, how they are often forced to navigate and negotiate their existence in spaces dominated by male-centric narratives and violence. The narrator's attempt to maintain some semblance of normalcy and her efforts to pursue personal interests, like reading while walking, are met with suspicion and ridicule, highlighting the oppressive limitations placed on women's autonomy. Symbolism and narrative structure. Burns employs a rich tapestry of symbolism throughout Milkman. For instance, the figure of the milkman himself symbolizes the insidious and unavoidable nature of political and sectarian conflict intruding into the most private aspects of life. The act of reading while walking, a habit of the protagonist, symbolizes her attempt to escape or transcend the oppressive reality of her world, seeking refuge in the world of books and ideas, which also becomes a source of alienation and danger. The narrative structure of Milkman, with its looping, digressive style, mirrors the entrapment felt by the protagonist. The lack of straightforward progression in the plot reflects the stagnation and circularity of life under surveillance and in perpetual fear. This structure challenges the reader to engage with the text in a way that mimics the protagonist's constant alertness and her processing of the social cues and potential threats in her environment. Cultural impact and relevance. Since its publication, Milkman has sparked discussions about the nature of conflict and the universal struggle for personal freedom against the backdrop of societal oppression. It has resonated with readers globally, providing insight into what it feels like to live under such intense social scrutiny and how such conditions affect one's mental health and social interactions. The novel's setting during the Troubles in Northern Ireland provides a specific historical context, but the themes and emotions explored are universally recognizable, making Milkman a poignant study of human resilience and adaptability in the face of pervasive threats and societal expectations. This universal appeal is a testament to Burns' mastery in crafting a narrative that, while deeply rooted in its setting, transcends geographical and cultural boundaries to address fundamental human issues. Conclusion. Anna Burns' Milkman is not just a novel about a specific time and place. It is an exploration of the broader human condition when under siege by both external and internal forces. It is a significant contribution to contemporary literature, praised for its stylistic innovation and its profound insights into the effects of conflict on individual lives and community dynamics. Milkman challenges its readers to consider the deep impacts of conflict and surveillance on personal identity and societal structure, making it a crucial work for understanding the intersections of history, politics, and personal life in literature.